What's up, you guys? So, I'm here today to discuss with you all Carlos the King's interview with Mariah Huq. There was so much tea spilled in that interview. It's all on the floor, and I am here to pick it up for you guys. I want to talk about what she said about Simone. Now, I know a lot of people might be interested in what she said about Quad, and I do encourage you to watch this interview because she did talk about Quad and Quad being pushed out the group now, the same way she was pushed out the group years ago. She did talk about that, but I feel like there is something like there's an undercurrent on Married to Medicine that needs to be talked about. And I feel like Simone is a big part of that undercurrent of pushing people out. And so we're going to talk about that in this video. But first, if you're watching this video and you haven't yet subscribed, you got to subscribe. You got to go ahead and subscribe, and everyone click the thumbs up button. And if you've ever thought about being a content creator, this is the year. The year of our Lord, 2024, is the year to become a content creator. So I created a workbook of content ideas. It's called Dirty 30, 30 content ideas for content creators over the age of 30. It's a free workbook, and you can download it in the link in my description box. All right, you guys. So in this video, I want to talk about what Mariah said about Simone, because watching this show, when you see the people who are said to be the stars of the show, like Mariah is said to be the star of the show, even Quad, people call Quad the star of the show, like the breakout star of the show. When you look at who is spearheading the discussions to get them off the show, when you look at who spearheaded that discussion to get Mariah off the show many, many moons ago, and recently who spearheaded the discussion to get Quad off the show or off the island or at least off the vacation, it's the same person. It's Simone. It's Simone. And I feel like you have to ask yourself, why is Simone spearheading these conversations if Mariah didn't really do anything to Simone? Nothing that serious. If Quad didn't really do anything to Simone, it's not like it's Toya and Quad going at it, but for Simone to be that adamant about kicking Quad off the vacation, you have to look at what is going on here. You have to question what's going on here. So we're going to get into this tea. I want to talk first about what Mariah said about someone on the cast being asked to be the nail in the coffin to get her off the show. Those are her words, nail in the coffin.
So the thing is this, when you would say those things, that wasn't towards the girls.
Yeah, they knew that. They knew that. I felt like they were being used. Like, don't come at me like that. You know what it is. And sometimes it was a little shady. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it was shade like, don't do me. Like, come on. Because I didn't have an issue with any of those ladies. I didn't have a reason to go up against them. But I felt like, why would they bring the extra? Like, why would they be the ones to take me out? One of the women actually said to me, they want me to be the person to put the nail in your coffin. They want me to be the person to put the nail in your coffin. Another woman went to the pre-production meeting and said, if I talk to Mariah, will I be fired from Married to Medicine? Because I didn't have an issue with any of those ladies. I didn't have a reason to go up against them, but I felt like, why would they bring the extra? Like, why would they be the ones to take me out? One of the women actually said to me, they want me to be the person to put the nail in your coffin. They want me to be the person to put the nail in your coffin. Another woman went to the pre-production meeting and said, if I talk to Mariah, will I be fired from Married to Medicine?
Fact. Okay, so you saw in the interview, Mariah said that someone had the conversation with production. And you know what? You know what I want to do? Because I want y'all to really understand the role of production. Instead of saying production in this video, I'm going to refer to production as the orchestrators, because I feel like that gives a better vibe of their job on reality TV. Like producers on reality TV, their job is to orchestrate. So I'm going to call them the orchestrators. So Mariah is saying that a woman on the cast was told by the orchestrators that they wanted her to be the nail in the coffin to get Mariah off the show. And then you see on the show several seasons ago, when they had that conversation at that cabin, you see it was Simone having that conversation, spearheading that conversation to get Mariah out of the circle. And you see that years later, the same thing with Quad. And I feel like the orchestrators use Simone because they know that she will do what is asked of her because she wants to stay on the show. She will go with the win. If they ask her to take Mariah out, she will spearhead that conversation to take Mariah out. So we're going to fast forward in this interview, and I want you guys to hear where Mariah confirms that yes, it was Simone. As far as the person that production or the orchestrators wanted to put the nail in her coffin, yes, it was Simone.
There's a line, sis. Yeah. I listen. I believe Quad when Simone allegedly said to her, "I can't go against you because I don't want to make."
She said that. No, I know. No, she absolutely. Quad is not lying because she's the person that said to me, "They want me to put the nail in your coffin."
Simone
is deep. Yeah, she's the person that said to me, "They want me to put the nail in your coffin," but I'm not sure if I can do it.
So I'm a blogger, but Simone's a backstabber, allegedly.
That's the person. Everybody keeps saying Quad. The person I had more. Quad was my best friend. Never was jealous of her. Thought the world of her, honestly. But Simone delivered my babies. Delivered my sister babies, delivered my cousin's babies. My aunt was her nanny. That's who I had allegiance to. Yeah, she brought life in the world in my family. That's who my allegiance was always to, Miss Simone.
I feel like you see a pattern with Simone where she's trying to be heard, she's trying to be respected. And I feel like that's why she's the one that spearheads these conversations when it's time for a woman to be kicked off the island or whatever. I feel like that's why it's always Simone. And I do feel like she should have said something to the orchestrators. When the orchestrators said that the 10-year vacation was going to be in Hilton Head, not some luxury vacation, in some other country, but in Hilton Head, I feel like Simone was supposed to remember that her friend got cheated on in Hilton Head. And I know Jackie thinks that Simone just didn't remember. I think she thinks that it went over Simone's head, but I don't. I don't think it went over Simone's head. I think Simone is just the type of person. She's a do anything person at this point. And so she didn't bark back at production, the orchestrators. When they said it was going to be in Hilton Head, South Carolina, she didn't do what she needed to do as a friend. She didn't say anything. She allowed the trip to be in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And I feel like production is using her, just like production used her to get Mariah out because Mariah had her own issues with the executives. And just like production may have used her to help get Quad off the show, I feel like they're using her to bring back up that drama with Jackie. They're using her and she's allowing them to do it. And when you ask yourself, why is Simone trying to get these women off the show? Why is Simone always yelling? Why is Simone so wishy-washy? Why does she let production use her? I just feel like socially she's looking for her value. She's looking for her voice to be heard. That's my opinion. And I feel like a lot of what Mariah said confirmed my thoughts, confirmed my opinion. But I would love for you guys to leave your opinions on this show. What do you think about what's going on with Simone on this show? And what do you think about what Mariah said about Simone in her interview with Carlos King? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.